Hello, Steve White, Steve White's A9. Well, I just watched the first episode of He-Man and the Master Universe Revolution. Mixed feelings. I mean, initially I was encouraged because I felt like they were trying to fix problems they caused in the first season. Because the problem with the first season was we were promised a continuation of the Filmation series, the original He-Man, and they didn't even try and do that for a single episode. Basically what we got was they killed He-Man and they sent Teela on a road trip to basically fix that problem, and it was basically a Teela spin-off about restoring what we wanted the show to be. So we never really got, between the first and last episode, we got like one episode of like He-Man, and the whole season was just about fixing the problem that they set up in the first place, which seems to be what these new like IP holders do. They just hire people that don't like the shows to deconstruct them and take them apart, and then if we're lucky they get put back together and we end off where we started, but we never really get to actually enjoy any of the shows. Now this season, I mean, if they'd given us one season of adventures and then at the end of the season like killed He-Man, and then we knew the next season was going to be Teela going off and sort of fixing that, it could have been interesting to do something different each season after they'd given us one season of the show, just an updated modern He-Man show with new animation and everything. That would have been great, but we didn't get a single episode of that. So it's kind of hard to enjoy this, even though they do seem to be trying to fix things. Like they went basically to hell to fight Scareglow to get the souls of Fisto and Clampchamp back, which is one of the things I hated the most about the first season, was that they killed those characters and destroyed their souls to make it just really final. And of course, killing the Sorceress, eliminating Castle Grayskull, making it have never existed in the first place because they can't have us enjoy that. They had to make it never exist in the first place. And now we have this situation where King Randor, for some reason, is just letting himself die. Now, this is stupid. Now, really, if you lived in a world where science and sorcery lived hand in hand, you wouldn't have a problem with illnesses being healed by spells or sorcery, and you wouldn't accept dying before your time. So the idea that Randor is just going to let himself die and not let the sorceress help him, and force his son to take on the role of king before he's ready. Like, Randor is young. He should be the king for another 20 years and let Prince Adam, aka He-Man, basically grow and learn and become, the person he needs to be the king, and be ready to be the king then. He's not ready now. And the idea that he's going to put him in that situation before he's ready and take He-Man away from Eternia, the selfishness of that, I just can't believe Randor would be that selfish. And it's just stupid. It doesn't make any sense for this world that people wouldn't allow, magic to heal illnesses. Now, prolonging life, for extended time, stuff like that, there's going to be limits and moral things and stuff like that are going to stop people and form their opinions and that. But, I mean, just basic stuff, dying prematurely from illnesses, that wouldn't happen in a world with advanced technology and sorcery. But that's an intelligent look at the situation, and would be a complicated situation to deal with, in real terms, and make that believable. So they just ignore it and just, he just doesn't want to be healed, so she just can't do it. So, because that does become problematic when you have, powers, if they are just, endless. There needs to be some ordering of it and understanding of it, but they just ignore all that. So yeah, so basically I'm assuming Prince Adam is going to give up the power of Grayskull and give it to someone else. I'm guessing a certain female black character, because that would piss off everyone and cause a lot of clicks and rumors. Headlines and so forth. Is that where they're going with this? Like, because obviously he can't be He-Man and Prince Adam, or King Adam, so he's going to have to give up the sword or the crown, and I don't think he's going to give up the crown and dishonor his father. I think he's going to take on the role of king and give the power sword to somebody else, and that's where it's going to go. And that's not Master of the Universe, and I just feel so little motivation to watch the rest of the series. I just don't see them doing anything good with this. All they want to do is just deconstruct and change everything. It's just it's disappointing. I was initially encouraged because I felt like they're trying to fix things, and then they just created more problems, and it's just like, every season they just create a problem, then they fix it, and then we end up back where we started from, if we're lucky. But for the most part, we just miss out on the things we want. We don't really get what we should. The promise is never, delivered on. It's just... I thought there was going to be a more positive review because I kind of enjoyed the episode, but then when I started to think about it, I'm like, no, this is just more of the same. I kind of thought we might get something different, but no. Yeah. I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. I'm just glad I didn't pay Netflix for this. I have to watch the rest of the season to see what happens, but I won't enjoy it, and I won't watch it again. I'd no urge to watch season 1 again, and probably never will. As opposed to the original He-Man that I could watch, forever. And I think we know which one's going to be around in a few years and which one isn't.